All right, so let's talk about why you don't want to put your NFTs on OpenSea. Now, I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and it had nothing to do with last night's scandal, but best believe we're going to get into that scandal, okay? Now, I'm going to start off in just a minute on on what happened with OpenSea. Okay, you know what? Scratch that. I'm going to get into it now. Okay, so last night at 7:30, I got a message from one of the NFT communities that I market for and do social media for, and they said multiple alerts received. They sent a screenshot. It's crazy. All right, they sent a screenshot saying multiple alerts received of people migrated to the new OpenSea smart contract, got their NFTs stolen through an active code bug or exploit. Full story is still unclear, but enough to spread the alert. Best to migrate to the new contract ATM. Retweet and share. And that came out at 6:47 from okhotshot.eth, right? And he had a screenshot right here of the of the um of the OpenSea page where it says, due to a planned upgrade, active Ethereum listing created before February 18th will expire on February 25th at 2 o'clock Eastern. To keep your original date, please migrate them. Okay? So I guess when you did that, when you went to go do that, OpenSea, the hackers who got into OpenSea knew to be ready for this day, which is crazy. All right, so first of all, yeah, all right. So then later, the OpenSea, I think it's the OpenSea president. I have checked my messages, but anyhow, the OpenSea president, Devin Pfizer, OpenSea, head of OpenSea, Devin Pfizer, here, boop. He said, I know you all are worried. We're running all hands on deck investigation, but I want you to take a minute to share these facts as I see them. He says, as far as we can tell, this is a phishing attack. We don't believe it's connected to the OpenSea website. It appears 32 users thus far have signed a malicious payload from an attacker, and some of their NFTs were stolen. Okay? And then he continues to say more where it's like the attack doesn't appear, and then I didn't get the full thread. But you can go, he posted it at yesterday at 9:53 p.m. Okay, so yeah, was that. Oh, and by the way, his handle is at DFINZER if you want to learn more, because I'm sure he's going to be talking about it for quite some time now, until it is resolved and people feel comfortable. Now, let's talk about what happened after that. Once everything went out and people were afraid, they were disconnecting their wallets, understandably, because they didn't want to be hacked. I think it was the thought that once your post was out, or once the system got hacked, then they were like, okay, well, they could already have my information, right? So the idea was to disconnect your wallet as soon as possible. Because people got a lot lying around, not to mention NFTs. The whole point is the longevity of your NFT, so you don't want to get those jacked. I remember talking to a great artist in the space who got his NFTs taken away, and he speaks openly about it in different rooms, and he got his ETH taken away just by clicking a link, guys, which is something that we're going to be, talking more about, which is just security in the NFT space and how important it is, why you should have a hard wallet and what that means and all of that. If you need to know more on how to protect yourself and you're interested, so that you can, motivate me to create that video, like or comment below, so that way I can know, okay, people actually want to hear this. Let me hurry up and get it out, because I have heard various ways on how to protect yourself. And I've taken notes, but I haven't had time to create the video. But I had to get on this one today. And it's really just wild and crazy because like I went to join rooms on Twitter Spaces, huge rooms, because everybody's like, what the heck is going on? And yeah, ultimately, a lot of people are just bummed in the NFT space. Some on one side, they're like, oh man, you know, we can't be having mistakes like this in the NFT space because there are so many people who still need to onboard to make it as big as it's going to be, which is still going to be big. It's NFTs. Like, this technology is just undeniable. But we are still in the early stages and we have to get, you know what I mean? Like with the internet, how people first put their credit card on the internet, and we found, you know, that, you know, you got to have your virus protected. You got to make sure that you're being protected. And also the computers themselves had to develop ways to protect their users, to protect the people who have their product. And so, yeah, it's just trial and error. But through that trial and error, there are going to be victims. And so just the spaces we're talking about, like, oh, well, now people are going to be more hesitant. They're going to think it's scammy, which really that's up to the person. People already think NFTs are a scam to begin with. So that's, yeah, we'll validate that person maybe, but it is what it is. They'll come along board because they ain't gonna have no choice because, again, it's NFTs. And I say that to ease your mind if you're thinking about entering into the NFT space. As an NFT artist myself, the reason why before any of this happened, I was not going to be on OpenSea anymore, it was just because of the fact that, what was it? Now I forgot because of all of this craziness. But yeah, I didn't want to be on OpenSea because I learned that they're smart contracts. You know, they can change them at any moment. They're private. And so that was my issue with it, is that I was like, if I really want to build something long term, I probably need to have my own marketplace, meaning, which is like, you know, the white label marketplace is where you put it on the blockchain yourself. It's not a third party, right? And that's the whole thing for me for NFTs. It's like, I don't want to have a third party. I don't want to have a gallery in between me and my art and the consumer. I don't want to have you know what I mean, a middleman, right, for the songs. I don't want to have a regular. I don't need anything that I don't know what's going on, because control is, for me, is the power of NFTs and being able to leverage that. So yeah, but then I circled back and I was like, I don't have money for a white label marketplace. So the reason why I went with OpenSea to begin with, which you can check out in my past videos, is because, hello, it's free. Once you mint your first ones, you can continue minting after that. And so, yeah, still got to work with that. But I'm also not going to come out with an NFT anytime soon while I build community. So I got time and they got time to fix this. If I decide to go back this is going to be really interesting to see where people go. So follow me on Twitter for updates. My Twitter is @itsbrittnybell. I also am @itsbrittnybell. And that's Brittany, ITSBRITTNIBELL, on Instagram, where I give NFT updates. If you want some marketing for your NFT advice, just marketing in general, be sure to follow my social media agency @Create by Brittany Bell. You can catch the links below. But man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, that's all I have to say about the NFT thing. I hope that this video was informative. Be sure to let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate you and your time. And if you have any questions, hit me up. Peace.